In this video, we'll be making bat and ball. So we'll be starting with the ball part. So for that, I've taken my red yarn and just simply make your magic ring and chain one. And after that, we'll be making a total of 6 single crochets into this magic ring. So after making your 6th single crochet, just simply pull the smaller yarn to close it. And then we are going to make our slip stitch into the very first single crochet that you made. And just chain one. And now we'll be starting row 2. So for that, in the same stitch, we are going to make a total of 2 single crochets. And we'll be doing the same thing in all of the stitches. So we'll be making the increase this time. So in total we are going to have 12 single crochets for round 2. So after you have completed your 12th single crochet, all you have to do is you have to make your slip stitch into the first stitch, then you have to chain one, and then for the third round we are simply going to make one single crochet in all of the stitches. So that means in third row as well we are going to have 12 single crochets. So after you have completed your third round, you have to simply make your slip stitch into the first stitch and then chain one to start with round 4. So this time we are just going to flip it and we are going to make decreases this time. So you have to follow the process carefully and you have to make decreases in all of the stitches. So by the end of this round you will be having 6 single crochets for your round 4. So after you have done making 6 decreases, lastly we are just going to make our slip stitch into the first stitch like that, and then you have to simply stuff in some cotton over here, and then for the final round we are just going to pull up 3 loops from the 3 stitches. And then we are going to slide it through all of it and then chain one and cut the yarn. Now we'll secure it. So we are just going to hide it inside the ball. So take your hook and just put it inside. So finally the ball is done. Now we'll work on the stitches. So for that we are going to work on the third round that we made. So on third round, this one, we are going to put our hook into any of the stitch. Now take your white or off-white yarn and then just pull up a loop like this through your hook. And now again into the following stitch of the same round, again you have to pull up a loop and then slide it through the previous loop. So just go on doing this on your round 3, and lastly So this is how it looks so far. And for the last part, we are just going to slide it like this, and then to secure, we are going to make one slip stitch into the first stitch and then chain one and cut the yarn. Now we'll tie 2 knots over here. Now let's hide it inside. So again take your hook and pull up the loops inside the ball. So finally the ball is ready. So this is how it looks. And now we'll work on the bat part. So for that we are going to take our off-white yarn and then we are going to make a slip knot. And now we'll start chaining. So we are going to chain 5, and after that we are going to make single crochets into the next stitch. So there will be a total of 4 single crochets, and into the last one, this one, we are going to make 2 single crochets into the same space, right, this one. So this is 1 and 2. Now we are going to work on the bottom side. So just simply make your single crochets around. So once you reach to the end, so we are going to make our single crochet into the first stitch, and again just go on making single crochets in all of the stitches. So this will be your round 2. So in this part we are not going to make any slip stitch. So just take your time and make up to total of 11 rounds like this without any slip stitch. Just go and round until you have a total of 11 rows. So just take your time and make your 11 rows. So this is how it looks so far. So I have completed a total of 11 rounds. So lastly, I'm just going to make slip stitch like this into the front and the back loop 2 times. Then I'm going to chain 6 from here. So after chaining 6, we'll make single crochets in all of the chains. So after making your 6th single crochet, we are going to make our slip stitch into the next space, and again one slip stitch into the next space. Now finally, to close, we are going to chain 1 and we'll cut the yarn. Now we are just going to hide this tail inside. So just pull it through. So our base of the bat is ready. So for giving it the final touch, we are going to add this dark color yarn into it. So just go in round and round like this. Please don't keep any gaps in between. So once you have completed, just make a knot like this. And after that, you can cut the excess part. If you want, you can glue it also. Now you can leave it here, or you can add the black part in the same way. So I'm adding my black round as well in the same way. Now again I'm making a knot to secure. Now lastly I'm just going to cut it and I will glue this part so that it looks neat. So this is how it looks finally.